every time that someone in your family line is doing something or is doing something that would be you perceive as being embarrassing or shameful, that triggers that response in you. And what you'll find is that you'll start to have the memories, your body will start to bring up the memories of those times in your life where you have felt embarrassed by yourself and your own behaviour. Now, it might not mean that at that point in time you were specifically embarrassed, but now when you look back on it as a changed or healed person, you feel embarrassed about the person you were then. So if you notice at the minute that, because there's generally a lot more family around at this time of year than normal, but if you notice that people in your family are doing things that you would consider embarrassing or shameful, and that's triggering a response in you, know that you were that person, yes, you did those things, but you are where you are now. You are not that person that you were then, and how you can tell that is you can recognize the behavior and you have an emotional charge or a triggered response to it. So firstly, fucking fantastic that you've grown and you're not that person anymore doing those things that you now feel embarrassed and ashamed about. And then secondly, start to unravel it. Where did that come from? Where does shame and embarrassment come from around that particular situation? Or what was the root cause of why you were conducting yourself in that manner that was shameful, embarrassing at the time? So doing the 5 whys, writing out the trigger list, all the exercises that I generally would give you to do, to try and have a look at that. If it feels too much at the minute, don't ever push yourself to find something out. Always be curious, but when you act, you need to be in a space where you're ready to do that, or else it's going to feel like you're totally pushing shit uphill. Sometimes just being able to acknowledge and see that growth in yourself, because you can reflect upon that behavior and have that emotional trigger, right? That emotional charge response is literally, one of the first steps, and that in itself is amazing that you can see that. So I know this time of year can be quite difficult with family around, but it's also an amazing time to start taking mental notes, or literally notes if you like to write things down, of where these people are triggering you, how they're pissing you off, making you feel all those lower level energetic frequency emotions. And then you can start working on those in the new year.